Welcome to Quinn Broadcasting and Coach's Corner. I'm Tony Trongone, along with our head coach of the Millville Thunderbolts, Humberto Ayala. Coach, welcome back for another week. And as always, you have the honors of introducing our rather august group here we have tonight.
Well, thank you again, Tony, for having us, and we're always happy to be here doing this. To your left, we have our sophomore quarterback, Robert O'Connor.
Hey, Robbie.
Robbie O'Connor, yep. Next to him, we have our D lineman, Octavian Spence. He's a junior. All right. And obviously next to him, we have our defensive coordinator once again, Coach Core.
Welcome back, Coach.
Always.
So as always, Coach, we'll start off with the scoring summary. So if George can put that up, and we'll toggle back and forth between the scoring summary of the game against Washington Township, who was undefeated, ranked, I think, fifth in South Jersey?
I think they were number four going
South
into
Jersey,
that game.
and
Yeah,
they were in the top 20 in New Jersey, too.
Yeah.
So big game. They had a great crowd. They were very sportsmanlike, too. It was very festive. Didn't seem like it got out of hand too much. They, it was like their homecoming or something. It was a long halftime. That's all I remember. I don't know what they were doing.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I just know that they have a huge support system.
Yeah.
Because they go way back. Like, I know Coach Crowley had mentioned, like, that, back in the day, they were nationally ranked in the country. So, I mean, they have a big support system. They have a great youth program over there, too.
They have two. When my son played, we played against there was Patriots, and they have two little, like, football leagues at the time. I don't know if they still play.
They have the one now, but they just have, like, a lot of – they have, like, 3 JVs and a varsity for, like, an age group, so
Wow,
like they have a lot of kids in the program, and they do a great job. But
and I saw their practice field too. They had really nice facilities.
Yeah, they have a turf practice field.
Yeah.
They're fortunate. I mean, they do it right. So
exactly. So what we see here is our first graphic is that score by Mr. Wallace. And George, our screen's not working, but you can put up that play. As you can see here, the handoff. Good blocking. And then that one guy, I think Jamal was like, get off me, one guy's not going to tackle me.
Yeah, so, I mean, listen, it's just inside zone. Jamal makes a nice cut. Offensive line does an amazing job blocking this and sealing it off. Jamal just, his vision is there right now. Like, his patience in the hole. And then the most impressive part with Jamal is, like, he's breaking away. He's
He's
can
deceptively quick.
People, I don't think, people don't expect that from him. They just, he's 220 pounds, and to see a 220-pound kid take a, 55, 60-yard touchdown run like this, and there's not many DBs that are going to be able to bring him down like that. And listen, he's just outrunning a safety there. Yeah. So.
All right, that's our first score. That puts us up 7-0. And again, talking about our line making their blocks, and the second piece I have here is a pass to Brooks, a 24-yarder. Go ahead, Coach.
Just tunnel screen, right? Slot receiver does a great job. Line gets out. Listen, that DB's there. Brooks just does what he does. Like, his vision is just impeccable. You know what I mean? Like, he makes people miss. He's just, like, his stop-go ability and explosiveness, there's nobody around here that's like that. I mean, I know they'll try to compare, but there's nobody around here.
Yeah, running in traffic, it's excellent.
That was one of the biggest things in his recruitment, like, when in the recruitment breakdown of him, is, like, his ability to maneuver in small spaces and still maintain his speed and burst.
And again, the downfield blocking's there.
Yep.
So Robbie gets it.
I mean, we would like to make that one there on number 5. We got to get there. We have 2 people going there.
Yeah, I've been saying that all year so far about sustaining the blocks. So that puts us up 14-0. And then they score off of a turnover. And then we got another play now. I think it's I put 2 offensive plays in. The first is a run by Wallace.
Yeah, this is a great job. So it clogs up. Oh no, this is a different play. I was thinking of another one. Yeah, listen. He just kind of cuts it back there. Cuts it back, sees it.
You can see that again, George.
Yeah, you could see it's an inside zone, and everybody's supposed to go left, but that end flies upfield, and that's just his vision. It's his vision. He's, listen, that's what 10 plus yards right there for him. He had 111 or 119 yards on 11 carries. So it's his yards per carry is like his production is really good.
Yeah, I call him, me personally, I call him the bus, man. It's tough to stop him.
Like Jerome Bettis.
Yeah, he's going. Yeah, that was a 12-yard run.
Yeah.
And then you set it up then with a little screen to Brooks, I think, on the next play. It's not a score, George. It'll be there's 2 plays leading up to the score. So the next one will be a Brooks screen. Look how far they're playing off. Look how far that safety.
Well, this is just Robert, you want to talk about this? Is this RPO? Or was this
this is just RPO, inside zone. And I saw the safety was way off. We had 2-on-2, just man-on-man blocking, and letting Brooks do his thing.
Robbie has a good feel for the game and understands what he's looking at a young age. So the fact that you can do different things in RPOs like this gives us even another advantage because, we're not dictating things to the quarterback. Certain things are, but for the most part, we're putting it in his hands. So.
He just gets tackled there, and that leads us to good vision on your part. I noticed, Robbie, that you have what we call football IQ, and so that's sometimes they say it can't be taught. You just have it. So once someone wanted to ask Bill Walsh, when did you know that Joe Montana was a quarterback? He goes, the first time he put on a jock strap. You know what I mean? Like, it's like he's just a quarterback. He has the vision. He can see the play develop. He's got the peripheral vision, and he goes to his progressions. And that leads to the touchdown. Now it's a 5-yard run by Wallace. Again, it's pretty.
Yeah, look, block, boom, it's good vision. Look, it's one-on-one.
Like so.
Listen, one-on-one. I'll take him one-on-one any day with anybody. Because you better have a dude ready to tackle him because he's going to go forward. Like I said,
that guy just grasped
220 pounds. Yeah. He did rip the pair of pants he has on there from that game, so he owes me a pair.
So that put us up 21-7, and that was the end of the second half. And again, that was late in the second half, and that was like the tide turning. I mean, we were controlling it, right?
Yeah, I mean, we got put behind the sticks a lot from penalties. We had some really silly penalties, just going off sides.
Illegal man downfield, but when we would look at it, there was no man downfield. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I thought, to be honest, that was probably one of the better officiating crews we've had. Like, I thought they did a good job. I think the penalties we had were kind of justified to some extent. Yeah, they're going to miss some stuff sometimes, but I can't put that on them. But that putting us behind the sticks, now your play call changes.
Exactly.
And then if you miss something, now you're just like, oh, all right.
It loads up the defense for what they can do to you. Then,
and then we had that turnover in the first half that led to the score. You know what I mean? It just got away. Receiver gets squeezed down too much. It happens.
So now it's the third quarter, and Robbie, I guess, Coach Robbie, you can call this one. And this is that you get.
It was just the corner post, and you're just reading the safety right here.
Well, they haven't bracketed, right, or no? Like, did they bracket him or no?
No, not this game. They weren't bracketing on this game. They were playing more of a cover 2 man, but sometimes they're running this just cover 2.
And it's amazing the separation he gets then after he knows the ball's in the air. And great pass by you, Robbie.
Thank you.
Yeah, you put that up there real nice. And
yeah, I mean, listen, we just, it was a read. If he felt it was there, he was to let it go. But, listen, to be able to throw a ball to that kid in stride takes some arm strength and talent because, we've had experiences where, our QBs at times would underthrow him because he's just so fast. And I think Robbie saw that when he first came here and the first time he was throwing to Brooks. He's like, holy crap, he's fast, So, That's like a next level throw right there, because that you're throwing to a
I'm
next
sorry it
level.
was truncated because at the end of the play, you could see him separate and he gets to the ball.
Listen, I mean, he split the safeties. It was a great route. He split them, and it was just a great to throw that ball to a next level receiver. It takes a lot.
It's another reference to like Steve Young. He was with Jerry Rice, and he was always holding on to the ball too much. And then Bill Walsh said, "Just throw it."
Mm-hmm.
So just don't worry about making a mistake. Just throw the ball. And that's what you did, Rob.
Yeah.
And he's going to find it.
Yeah, Coach Crowley even says it all the time. You guys got to give him a chance. Right there, I just gave him a chance.
Okay, well, great play there. Great play there. And then we have another play here. I have it as a Wallace screen. We're leading up to the last score here. Andy Reid would have been proud of this play.
Yeah, little slip screen. My only negative, got to score. Like that's just we got to make those blocks downfield. We got it's one guy right there. It's one guy that makes the tackle. That he should not be we have three guys going at him. We can't let him make that tackle. So.
But that set up that 2-yard run by Wallace then, so we'll see that one more time.
Yeah.
Good timing by the quarterback, good timing by Wallace. And then finally the score that puts us up, it puts us up 34-7.
This is supposed to be inside zone, and this just shows you the speed he has. He was able to get away from that. Yeah. Listen, if you're going to tackle him, you better have your two arms around Wallace, because if you don't, that's what's going to happen. Because that guy's there. He's there. That should be he should make that. Just good job by Wallace. He's really, he's playing really well.
Day, number 12, does a lot of good downfield blocking.
Jaden Days has done an amazing job the last couple weeks with his ability to block downfield. He's a big kid, Jaden Days, because he's 6 foot, 195 pounds too. He's a big boy. We haven't seen much of him, but you're going to.
And then finally, so what happened? You went for 2?
Yeah. So, listen, we got a lot of heat for this. I know township coaches were huffing and puffing on the sideline over it. Our kicker was cramped up, so...
Yeah, we were in the same booth with Coach Crowley, and he came up, he goes, our guy's cramped up, we can't kick.
Yeah, so he cramped up, so what are we going to do? We're not going to roll.
Well, the thing is, you call timeout, because that's what you couldn't get the kicker. I think... Because when going through the plays, there's a play in between where you're lined up. You're like, "What's going on?" You had to call timeout for the extra point, right?
Yep. And thankfully he was all right. But on that play, we just went with a play we wanted, and it just wasn't there. They defended it well, and Robbie just showed his athletic ability to just run it in.
So we could see that, George, that one.
Oh no.
Oh really?
It just is still.
Oh.
So, because I had good graphics there. Sorry, Robbie. I had because you went through your progressions where the play was left, and you were looking to see where it was, and then you went right, and then that guy was covered, but there was nobody on the right hand flat, and it was just you and pay dirt in a race between the safety and you. So, great play, and like I said, but the thing is, for coaches, that was the thing. We went for 2, we're up by so much, and I thought by then we'd be having a running clock. I thought we'd score again. So, he's showing again the Jamal Wallace run, and but we're gonna go now. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, look, attack that front pylon and. And that's it. So
he found it that way. So great job. And there were the scoring plays. We're going to go through some defensive plays in the second quarter. But if we want to go over now some team stats, Coach always likes to go over the team stats to see exactly the complexion of the game, especially with Coach Core here on defense. So you guys have the floor.
Yeah, listen. Again, like the week prior after Mainland, we did a great job. And Mainland had 500-something yards of offense. Penalties kind of hindered us from producing more offensively in this game, which we would have liked. But which what always makes me happy is that right column right there. Is that we held them to 101 total yards of offense. You know, they've shown to be a pretty good balanced attack. They have good receivers. They could pass the ball well. They have a decent quarterback. They have a pretty good quarterback.
The runner, Beeler, was tough,
Yeah,
too.
he's a tough kid. But, you know, we held them to 52 yards rushing and 49 yards passing. So,
And we're going to talk defense, Coach Corbett. Anything you see out of that? But just a smile, or
Yeah, I mean, it's always a smile, but I mean, my eyes go right for the number one thing that I preach is the turnovers. My eyes go right to that, and that's you got to win the turnover margin, not only the highest level and on Saturdays, but you got to win it on Friday night, and that's how big plays happen. That's how momentum. We call him Uncle Mo. That's how Uncle Mo swings, and he comes to your sideline. He's on your sideline, and it gets going quick, and you see it. You've seen it from us, for the last couple of years. I preach it, I do it, I work drills with it, I believe in it, and so we're going to go after it any which way. If it's a fumble, if it's an interception, it's whatever it is, the ball in the air is ours, right? We talk about it defensively, and it's just a joke, but like we're the guys that are the other guys. We're not the offensive guys. We're not the Brooks of the world. We're the other guys, but guess what? We want the ball too, and we want to show out, and we want to score, and really not much more on that list that makes me happy. Obviously, the 52 yards and a 49 101 total is great and all, but it's a philosophy that we have, and it's a mental mindset that we have, that we are out there hunting every night, and things aren't going to change as long as we stay around and keep doing what we do.
awesome.
that rush total is higher, but there were negative yards and some carries where they kind of came through and blew plays up in the backfield. Because, Jamal had 111, 19,
Right,
19 yards.
gotcha.
Yeah, so that one goes
But
down.
the first downs, the score, the number of points you scored, but only 5 first downs is pretty interesting stat.
Yeah, we were just effective on what we did, and
Big plays.
Big plays, But we've shown that we could sustain drives too, because we came out of mainland. First drive of the game was 13 plays. But we opened up this game with first play Russian touchdown, so there was no need for a first down.
Gotcha. We'll go to individual stats now. So I'll start off with the rushing.
Yep.
So like you said,
So 14 carries, yep, 3 touchdowns,
111 yards.
and there were some minuses there, and that was I think we had a couple sacks. Was there a couple sacks that we gave
Yeah,
up?
I want to say their defense is nothing to sneeze at.
That's the highlight of their. That's what Washington Township is.
And then what I'm looking at now is, like, Holy Spirit and Atlantic City were tough teams.
Well, did you see what Holy Spirit did to Camden High? I heard
Exactly.
Camden High
So-
had a hard time blocking them, and what they were doing to Camden High, they did to us. We just did a better job at times because we still took some shot. I know Robbie took some shots in that game, and they caught us a couple times. We just did a pretty decent job blocking it to get what we wanted to get, and that's what led to.
So, like I said, like Washington Township played well defensively, I thought, and but
it's a good football team.
Yeah, give them credit.
We've
credit.
played four really good football teams.
And then you have passing.
Yeah, 6 of 14, 146, 2 TDs, an interception. And then receiving is Brooks with 3 catches for 118, 2 TDs, and like you saw, our time of possession was low, but we scored quick and fast. So we didn't really have the opportunity to highlight him even more. He just was dynamic on whatever he got.
And then Wallace had a screenplay for 12 yards.
yeah.
So he had his 2, and then Day.
Yeah.
Where's Reggie Holly been in all this?
Listen, like I said, we're running the ball when Jamal scores. He had 3 touchdowns from rushing touchdowns, and so it's just
Take what they give you, right, Coach?
Yeah, listen, we Brooks does special things. We tell our guys, listen, score when you get the ball, because you don't know who's going to score the next time they get the ball. And, so Reggie may get a pass, he don't score, and now Brooks gets it, touchdown. Or Wallace gets the handoff, it's touchdown. So we preach about we want to be as balanced as possible.
Gotcha, good. Well, that's our first quarter, and you can see great result from last week, and played a tough team defensively, and that closes the quarter out. We'll be right back after these short messages.
Allen Associates is a family-owned and operated full-service agency, managing a broad base of clients in the New Jersey area. Allen Associates has been a leader in health benefits and financial services, including health, prescription, life insurance, pension, 401k plans, and estate planning. With more than 60 years of experience and a staff of highly trained and dedicated professionals, Allen Associates is noted for its ability to build strong, long-term relationships with our clients and the communities we serve. Give them a call today at 856-692-2250. Allen Associates, your complete health and financial services, Vineland, New Jersey.
Many people treat their health like a game. With Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Just select from our specialties and schedule online, by phone, or on our app. Our entire team communicates with one another, so everyone works together on your total health. Plus, we make it even easier with all of these additional benefits. Level up your health with us. Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
Hello, my name is Craig Atkinson, and I am president of the Millville Thunderbolt Club. The mission of the Thunderbolt Club is to enhance the athletic experience of Millville High School student athletes. We provide a myriad of services for these athletes, including end-of-year recognition banquets for all teams, stipends for teams and individual athletes, college scholarships of $35,000 per year, meals for special events, as well as hosting the Mike Trout Millville Thunderbolt Club Golf Tournament and the Millville Sports Hall of Fame. Please visit our website at millvillethunderboltclub.com for additional information.
Welcome back to Coach's Corner. I'm Tony Trongone, along with Humberto Ayala, our head coach of the Thunderbolt football team. We have Coach Core with us, a defensive guru, and we have Octavian Spencer and Robbie O'Connor. Mr. Spencer is a tremendous defensive lineman, and Mr. O'Connor is an outstanding sophomore quarterback for our Thunderbolts. But we're going to talk about defense. This is kind of the Coach Core corner, and also for you, Octavian. So this is your chance to talk about what was going on. And so the first play we have is it was a sack that you had. It's number 10, George, on my list. So you can see what was going on there.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about all week kind of really trying to get pressure at this quarterback and kind of make him feel uncomfortable in the pocket. We thought if we could do a good job up front, I thought that we could really get him uncomfortable and bring his eyes down. And when he brings his eyes down, he brings his eyes down to the rush, and our guys were getting after it. We did a great job all week of rep and stuff. You can see that Darian does a really good job and kind of opens it up and brings the QB's eyes down to the rush, and Spence does a phenomenal job to kind of readjust his rush lane and find the quarterback. So again, like we talked about it all week, it was going to be a thing to get after him as much as possible up front. And again, they talk about their band of brothers. I know Coach Haynes gets after him all the time, and they talk about, it's they all want it, and they all come to me on Saturday morning about who got the sack, and they're all ready to yell at me about who I'm giving the sack to for the statistic. But again, it's a band of brothers up there, and they get after it. So one does something to set the other one up, and my man's there to close the deal.
So I'll start the can we see that play one more time, George? Because it looks like, because I know Octavian, you got the sack, but Darian's in there with you.
Yeah.
So what's it like for you and Darian? Like as far as what's the chemistry with you and him? Like who got it?
I'm gonna continue to say this for the rest of the year. I told him he stole it. He got a half. I told Coach Haynes that night, the night of the game. I told him don't give him the half. He still gave him the half.
You got to be hungry. What they say last night, man, you got to be a hungry dog, man.
Listen, Spence is very athletic, and he was part of our 1,000-pound club, so he's very strong and very athletic. So
what does 1,000-pound?
So like our 1,000-pound club is consists of bench, squat, hang cleans, and power cleans. So all four of those combined put you in a 1,000-pound club. Some people use deadlifts in there. We don't.
Right.
We use the athletic lifts. So he's one of I think 11 that were in our 1,000-pound club this past spring, at the end of the spring. Actually 12 we had. So
the next play we have is pretty much turning the tide for the Thunderbolts. This was a play where both Octavian and Jaden were crashing down. Our ends were crashing down quickly on them. So here it is. Here you see both of them. Little pause here. Good handwork, Octavian. You have real good hands. Look like is that a center blitz there?
No, so again, we talked about bringing a pressure. We wanted to kind of bring it and
See
look
six
like
guys there.
Yeah, these aren't my favorite, but we do draw them up and we do practice them. We have a whole review period of blitz review where we go over. Coming into that week, I think we had 8 to 9 different pressures to bring. I don't love being in cover zero all the time, but obviously we create a play. And I will say this on the flip side of it too is if you go back and watch the beginning, number 8 doesn't check back in, all right, down the bottom.
Oh yeah.
I am.
Crowley was.
Listen, I
yelling
don't miss too much. I'm pretty locked in. I was actually down at the bottom screaming about this up to the fish. You can see me walking in, my legs walking in, talking to the line judge, and we have a pressure. I'm not going to take it off, and we're coming. We do a good job as a double move, and that was the wrong time for a double move because the heat was coming. So we get after it. Jane closes off the edge and gets a hand on the ball, putting it up in the air. And like I just told you before, turnovers is a thing that we preach. We do this drill. I do a bad ball drill where we throw it up into the air like a tip ball, and we go get it. Now my boy, Mr. Marty, and he knows he's the biggest critic. I'm coming out a little bit. We want to score. We talk about being good as turnovers. We talk about being great on defense, right? We want to score. We talked about before. I just mentioned we're not the ones that get the ball all the time. So when we get the ball, I want to party in the end zone, and sometimes you can see me a little bit acting a fool down the sideline as they go down the sideline with it.
Yeah, but football needs that. Like certain sports, you can be more chess-like, but football is more emotion. You got to play with that emotion, right, Coach?
Yeah.
Defensively, especially. I think offensively, you have to be a little bit
More controlled.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Just because there's so many so many things going on where defensive coaches are always wild. So, yeah.
Well, nice play, Octavian.
Thank you.
Also to Jaden Jones, but then also Marty for catching the ball.
Right.
As we've seen even in the pros, there were some interceptions that were dropped on Sunday. It's like, got to catch the ball, right, Coach?
Well, yeah, he's a great athlete. So, I mean, and the awareness to just be there.
Smart, too.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I see him on
yeah.
pre-snap.
Oh,
He's doing film study because he's
Absolutely.
knowing where to go.
He's a football kid, man. He sits there. He's a junkie for it. He watches it. He reviews it. I have him in class, which I think he actually talked about as one of his favorite
Yeah,
teachers.
yeah.
But
Strength and
we
conditioning.
get a lot of time together, me and him, and we really go over some things. And he's an extension of myself, off the coaching staff, and it's really important to have that out there on the field as they go out there. And like I said, he's probably at home cursing me out right now. But listen, I'm his biggest critic, and he's as hard on himself as anybody. And he knows. He even came into me on when I saw him the next day and said, "I got to score on that." And you're right, we do got to score. I want to celebrate on defense.
Well, I met him last week, and he's good. He's a good kid.
Phenomenal kid. Phenomenal.
Exactly. Can I see that play one more time and let Octavian? What are you doing on that play? You got the stage now, Octavian.
Kid. Give us a breakdown,
George.
What I did. Actually, what I did, I wasn't supposed to do. When I got off the ball, that right there, that like stutter, Coach James was mad the whole night because I keep doing it. I wasn't supposed to do that. Well, I'm not supposed to do that. But the tackle went down, so I didn't have anyone else to hit. So I stuttered, and then I went. That's why Jaden was so close. But really, I should have sacked him.
Yeah, because the hesitation makes you a little bit slower in that moment.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, great play by both of you. And then we have the next play. I guess it's number 12. It's just you now. You don't have to worry about no controversy with splitting any sacks or any turnovers.
It's time to shine. Yep. So again, I told you that we put in a lot of pressures, and we truly believe in it. We have a whole period of just blitz review and blitz segments that we go through each week. And a couple times we draw them up for certain people to have. We will try to get our athletes in the best possible position. If it's one-on-one with maybe a guard, or if it's one-on-one with a tackle, or if we know some type of slide protection, we can get an edge guy on a running back. And we kind of drew one up this week off the edge, and it was either going to open up for Curtis, who's right there, number 34. Curtis Allen, or it opens up perfectly for Taves, and he goes and makes a play. Spence, what you got for us?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not going to interject, but you just see his good luck. You better be athletic as heck.
Yeah, you come off the ball quickly.
Yes. Spence is a very good athlete.
And then
yes.
third time I see you using hands, too. So see it one more time, George. Octavian, go ahead. You got the floor.
Nah, it's the wrong play.
Wrong play. It's play 12 for me, George. There it is.
Well, pre-snap tackle was like, well, he seen Curtis come up, so he got to pick. You either going to block me and your running back's on the other side. So you're either gonna block me, or you're gonna block him. And you block me, you leave me one-on-one with your guard. And he didn't touch me, and he was holding me still. And then I just seen him, see ball, get ball.
And look at the end, little accent at the end.
Go ahead.
Oh, you said, what was it?
Just a little celebration. What was that?
What was the
Little
celebration?
kiss too.
Oh, no, I asked for my grandpa.
There you go.
All right, God bless you.
that.
Good. Nice play, by the way.
Thank you.
And then the last one we're going to have is that Darnell, I think, number 22. He was in on a lot of plays during the game, so I know you got a lot of love. You got it in the papers. You got everybody. Everybody spends, and kudos to you. But then Darnell got in. I was like, he coming out of nowhere for me, because I haven't said his name at all. Or Rich Van Noort hasn't. I was like, 22. What's going on with him? What's his story?
So DJ is one of our younger linebackers. Just sophomore, just came in, and my job is to put people in the best position of what they do the best. And DJ's a hammer, man. He comes down and he'll hit you. He'll fill up a gap. He's a great instinctual inside linebacker. And right now we're just kind of on a rotation with Coach using Jamal on the offensive side. We have to keep people fresh, right? We have to keep people fresh on both sides of the ball. So that's that opportunity for a sophomore to step up. And as you can see in the last few tapes, he's just been getting better and better since we've had our hands on him. He's someone who just came over to us. So it took a little while kind of to get the bad habits out of there and get his reads right and get what we want from him, not so much just what he naturally instinctually does. So playing not only instinctually but playing in the scheme of what we do, and then you're really starting to see more and more, and I promise you'll hear more of that name 22. You'll be calling DJ a little bit more this year as we go on, because he's really coming into his own.
So he was at Cumberland last year. He's a Millville kid. But whatever the reason, he was over there. Dad was over here, so he came back with Dad and is back where he is. In Cumberland County, this is the only place to be. If you're a Millville kid growing up, you gotta be here. I think some kids sometimes feel like they're not, they know what we are and they know the talent we have and they feel like they're gonna get overlooked. But we truly believe, we always go about the best player is gonna play. Doesn't matter. Like, we have no ties to the city. We weren't born here. So when we're going out there assessing kids, we're assessing them for who they are and trying to put them in the best position to be successful. And we're not just developing our starters, but we're developing the guys behind them so that next year we're in the same position.
Gotcha. Good. So can we see that last play, number 13, George, for me? It's a
Yep. Again, he really overdoes it. We have another stunt on. He wanted to put his hand in the dirt and look like a D lineman. Usually you don't get too many linebackers that want to put their hand down in the dirt. But he puts his hand down, and it's a pressure for him. Again, it's a 5-on-5 up front. So, if you get on an edge of someone like a center like he does, you have him beat. You saw Octavian get on the edge of that guard earlier in the Spence, and he got on the edge and beat him. That's how you got to live. You can't attack these guys head up. They're well-conditioned good kids, man. They're weight room kids. And again, a lot of the teams we see from Group 5 to Group 4 are going to be put together the right way. So you got to kind of win on the edge. And he's, like I said, he's a dog. He came in there. He got himself, a sack, and he wasn't.
Fun fact about Darnell, he's a running back too. But he came in and he's behind the core guys, so we call him Wallace Jr. because he's a thumper.
Yeah, he's the same build.
So you'll see next year.
They have a lot of very similar qualities,
Yes.
not offensively and defensively.
Is he on German?
A little
Bigger?
bit different. A little bit different, bigger. Just a different build.
Gotcha. All right. So, any other closing notes on defense, Coach?
No, just excited for the opportunity to do it all over again tomorrow night. That's what we're here to do.
All right. Well, that concludes our first half, and we're going to be right back after these short messages for the second half, our third quarter. Be right back.
Hello, my name is Craig Atkinson, and I am president of the Millville Thunderbolt Club. The mission of the Thunderbolt Club is to enhance the athletic experience of Millville High School student-athletes. We provide a myriad of services for these athletes, including end-of-year recognition banquets for all teams, stipends for teams and individual athletes, college scholarships of $35,000 per year, meals for special events, as well as hosting the Mike Trout Millville Thunderbolt Club Golf Tournament and the Millville Sports Hall of Fame. Please visit our website at millvillethunderboltclub.com for additional information.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
If the time comes, be ready. Learn CPR and join the nation of lifesavers. Nearly 3 out of 4 cardiac arrests that don't happen in hospitals happen in homes. CPR saved my life. I've teamed up with the American Heart Association as a national ambassador to help create a nation of lifesavers, turning bystanders into lifesavers through CPR education and access to AEDs. Join me to ensure everyone has the chance to live longer, healthier lives. Visit heart.org/nation.
Allen Associates is a family-owned and operated full-service agency, managing a broad base of clients in the New Jersey area. Allen Associates has been a leader in health benefits and financial services including health, prescription, life insurance, pension, 401k plans, and estate planning. With more than 60 years of experience and a staff of highly trained and dedicated professionals, Allen Associates is noted for its ability to build strong, long-term relationships with our clients and the communities we serve. Give them a call today at 856-692-2250. Allen Associates, your complete health and financial services, Vineland, New Jersey.
Welcome back to Coach's Corner. I'm Tony Trongone, here with our head coach of the Thunderbolts, Bert Ayala, with Coach Core, Octavian Spence, and also Robbie O'Connor. And usually we'll talk about the kids, but again, we're going to open up with a highlight film that our producer George made, and we're getting a lot of play on that, aren't we, Coach?
Yeah, seems to be taking a lot of hits. People are enjoying seeing the highlights, the music in the background that's kind of generated to kind of go along with it.
It's AI, too.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
artificially generated.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And then George says, well, I don't know. I said, George, you did better than me at picking the highlights out last week, so do it again next week. So great job, George, and you can let her go. So this is from the Quinn cameras, not from the Huddle. I get Huddle.
Gotcha.
See you guys tomorrow night.
I
See you,
forgot.
Ryan.
I'm sorry. When you text me, I was already out. Yeah.
Washington Townships, eternal shade. Fields now a battleground. Thunderbolts roaring sound. Orange and blue all around. Minutemen fall to the ground. We're coming to your house. Fear lingers in the air. Battleground we soon arouse. Tonight you better prepare. O'Connell's got the arm of steel. Brutes running wild, can't conceal. Defense crashing in like wheels. Thunderbolt thunder can't repeal. Under lights we stake our claim. In shadows we whisper your name. Victory sent fuels this game. Washington Township's eternal shame. We're coming both from the KL. We're coming both rolling sound. Violent we soon arouse. Tonight you better prepare. We're coming both from the KL. We're coming to your house. Feeling
That's your kid.
Yeah.
I figured because you were first in line, I'm like, to shake hands, I was like,
No, I'm always first.
That's as usual.
oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good to know. I'll ask that when they're live, because I saw you were first. Great job, George. Great job to our Thunderbolts. And so, again, we're going to talk about the kids here, and we'll start with you, Octavian. So I always ask the kids, what's the coursework like? What's your favorite classes in school? Your favorite teacher?
My favorite my courses,
Yes.
like what classes I got.
Yes.
I got English, culinary, life skills, and automotive. My favorite class probably culinary. So my favorite teacher probably Miss Brandon. Yeah,
Do you,
cheerleading
do you
coach.
eat what you cook there? No?
Yeah, I ate my brownies today. Yeah, yesterday me and Demir made brownies. Well, I made the brownies. I did that.
You hear that, everybody?
Yeah, I made those brownies.
We got Chef Boyardee here. And she's your favorite favorite teacher?
Yeah,
And now second part to that question is like, what grade are you now?
I'm a junior.
You're a junior, so things start looking like what's going to be after high school. What are you looking at? What's your arc?
My mom asks me this all the time. I'll probably go to college. I'll probably play football, and then I'll major in RN.
Major in what?
I'll be an RN, a registered nurse.
Registered nurse. Okay,
Awesome.
Yeah.
cool. We need more of them, man. Need more of them. Any colleges in particular that you're interested in, or
Nah.
no? You just know you want to be at that level.
Yeah,
Okay. And you're going to be on the defensive side of the ball if you do play football too?
yeah. I can't play offense.
Okay. All right. Good
Well,
to
he
know.
could. He actually
could.
he was willing to do it this year, and I know he would have been great help for us this year. But we knew his value, and we try to limit trying to have kids play both ways as much as possible. And it's a lot to play the offensive line and defensive line, and we just knew where we needed him. So we appreciate that he was going to do it, but we were able to have other guys that we wanted to develop too. So it gave him the ability just to be like locked in where he needed to be.
Well, and a great game last week.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, Robbie. Same question for you. What your classes are? Who's your favorite teacher?
My classes, I have Coach Core, Strength and Conditioning. I have English 2. I have Spanish. And I have History, U.S. History 1 Advanced.
And so, who's your favorite teacher?
Miss D'Agostino teaches history. History is my favorite subject.
So I did this to Brooks too. Like, what's your favorite part of history? Is there a segment of history that you're fascinated with?
I love learning about wars and what happened in wars.
So, like Civil War, World War I, World War II. Like, is there anyone? I'll go deeper.
I like World War II the best. I like learning about the Revolutionary War, World War I too. Just like all from like 1776 all the way up.
All right, nice. So it's American history war that's going through that. And then I know you're a sophomore, so things are starting to just kind of come together as far as what your arc's going to be. So what are your interests looking past high school?
I want to go to college for football, and majoring, I don't know yet. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Okay. What's your strengths, though, academically?
I try really hard. I like getting good grades. I like getting all A's.
So it's like math, language arts, like, is it like...
Math, I'm good at math.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like math. English is not my thing.
Not your thing yet. You're gonna be writing papers in college or whatever, composing them all. But that's good to know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go a little further now, though. And at the end of that highlight tape, I saw you leading the team in the handshake. And then during the break, I said, "Well, is that because you knew the Washington Townsgip guys?" You said, "No, Mr. Trongone. I always lead it." So tell me more about that.
I think as a quarterback, you have to be a leader, and at the end of the game, I'm leading my team out after a victory.
Okay, so go a little further more, and Octavian, I'm coming after you next, so get ready. But like you did the 7-on-7 at the summer,
Yeah.
and then now all of a sudden you have a couple games under your belt. It's I call it congealing as a leader. Then what have you picked up as far as the Millville team and what your role is? What have you done to solidify yourself as a leader? Just not just walking first in line, but then from that 7-on-7 summer program all the way around, weightlifting.
Yeah, so it started in the weight room in April, and just bonding with the guys, and throughout 7-on-7, and kind of just like I've been just pushing myself and making sure I'm staying on top of people, and I kind of just became one of the leaders.
So like you ever see where like a quarterback takes his receivers aside and they have like a little practice to get their timing down? Have you done anything like that?
Yeah. Before practice, me and my center always take snaps, and my receivers, we stayed after practice and thrown.
So that being said, I've been watching some NFL films, and like some quarterbacks can't take a snap under the quarterback, and so Bill O'Brien was being interviewed by Bill Parcells, and he explained to me the handoff of the snap. And so, do you have that technique down? Like, because we run out of shotgun, right?
Yeah, we run out of shotgun a lot. We go under center. Now we've added it in our game, and I feel like I have it down. Yeah.
So you and Marcus, as far as
every single day before practice, we try to get that done. Take snaps under center, shotgun.
Yeah, it's where every play begins, right? That's what they say all the time. So it's so important. But again, I think that in colleges, they're saying that they go to the pros, they're going, this kid was never under center. And so then all of a sudden it's like a mark against them. So it's good that I've seen you under center taking snaps. That's my judgment anyway. But if you're comfortable there, what I'm asking.
Yeah, I'm comfortable there.
Yeah,
that doesn't bother me.
All right, Octavian. So you're a junior, making some plays. Where did you learn all the hand, like you got quick hands and technique?
My teammates. I actually learned a lot from Darian and Jaden. Coach Haynes too, but really Jaden and Darian.
James and Darian?
Yeah.
Like what? Tell me, give me a couple examples.
Jaden, he's more like he's better at like speed rushes. And Darian, he's more like power. So like grab, push, pulls, certain things like that. Like Darian's better at showing me like Jaden's better at showing me like a better get off and a quick 3 steps and then make your move, or a stick and move and stuff like that.
And you have been getting off the ball quickly. So is it like the drill where they look at the football or is it just instinct? You're getting the tempo of the game?
I like to say it's because I'm shorter. So like I'm already naturally low. So getting out, I'm like a spring. So like I'm already like compact.
Because that's what you're beating these guys. You're beating these guys on the whistle.
Yeah.
Well, he wrestled this past year. He was on JV, but he had a success at the JV level for wrestling. So leverage,
I mean, that's an important thing. We talk about it all the time. We always support all of our other programs, but wrestling, especially for our football guys and our guys like Taves over here, our trenches.
Half of our starting wrestling team were football players.
I saw Marcus was heavyweight.
Yeah, and then we had we had a good amount. We had about like 4 or 5 JV guys that were wrestlers too from football. So
yeah, I mean, I think
it just goes hand in hand.
I think all the way up from like our whole homie too, about 180 all the way up. I think the last 4 or 5 of the heavyweight classes are all football guys now, and we talk about it not only. He's not saying it, but, using your hands, fighting with your hands, using your body positioning.
Balance.
Yes, balance. How to actually, you talk about him being a little bit undersized for some of these guys we play, but he knows how to use his body and his weight. We talk about pound for pound, how strong he is. All right, but you're also talking about being able to maneuver your body and be able to move in different ways, and also being able to, use whatever weight you do have in your advantage to be able to toss some of these guys. You know what I mean? So it's pretty important.
Well, we're seeing it on the field, Octavian. So again, great job last week, and got a game coming up. Coach, about Robbie as quarterback. I know Coach Core talked about Octavian. How about Robbie as your quarterback? Let's come up with your relationship with him.
I mean, he's just he just has a good temperament. I like how he's very even keel, because he's had some rough moments, just like in games or whatnot, or even in practice where things just didn't go the right way. And the one thing as a coach, you always look, how do they hold themselves during those rough moments? What's the body language like? So we look past these things I don't think kids realize, and he's never shown like a negative. Like, after he threw a pick in the game, he came off the sideline, and I could tell he was frustrated, but at himself. But like, he didn't allow it to resonate along, in his body language, and he just, was just like, all right, let's keep it moving, because we preach, next play. But he had an instant connection with the guys. The guys love him on the team. He's a great young man. The upside for him too is he played on the same 7-on-7 squad as a lot of our other guys, like Brooks and all them. He was in the younger group, but so they already knew who he was. So the connection with those guys were there. So it was kind of seamless, in that extent. And then once he was here, he has natural leadership ability, and in that position, you have to be a leader. So.
Good to hear. Good to hear. Thank you. So we're going to close out the quarter with shout-outs. Octavian, you can look in the camera, and then you can right there. There's you. Shout out to anybody, family, friends, coaches, teachers.
Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my mom.
All right, last week, Jaden Jones said that's all I got to say about that. So his nickname now is Forrest Gump, because he says that. That's all I got to say. But so it's your mom. That's the person that inspires you.
Yeah, I love my mom.
All right. So you get to go second, Robbie. So and so your shot for a shout out.
Shout out to my mom and my dad and my brother Kevin, especially my brother Kevin.
All
He's
right,
my older brother.
You heard it from these two young men. They had a big game tomorrow night, but again, it was their quarter, and excited to have them playing for the Thunderbolts and doing all the great things that they're doing. But that concludes the third quarter, and we'll be right back after these short messages.
Allen Associates is a family-owned and operated full-service agency, managing a broad base of clients in the New Jersey area. Allen Associates has been a leader in health benefits and financial services, including health, prescription, life insurance, pension, 401k plans, and estate planning. With more than 60 years of experience and a staff of highly trained and dedicated professionals, Allen Associates is noted for its ability to build strong, long-term relationships with our clients and the communities we serve. Give them a call today at 856-692-2250. Allen Associates, your complete health and financial services, Vineland, New Jersey.
Hello, my name is Craig Atkinson, and I am president of the Millville Thunderbolt Club. The mission of the Thunderbolt Club is to enhance the athletic experience of Millville High School student athletes. We provide a myriad of services for these athletes, including end-of-year recognition banquets for all teams, stipends for teams and individual athletes, college scholarships of $35,000 per year, meals for special events, as well as hosting the Mike Trout Millville Thunderbolt Club Golf Tournament and the Millville Sports Hall of Fame. Please visit our website at millvillethunderboltclub.com for additional information.
Many people treat their health like a game. With the Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Our mental health services focus on the emotions and behaviors that affect your overall well-being and features psychiatric, counseling, and addiction services, including our exclusive Fresh Start program, designed to help combat the opioid epidemic in our communities, plus all the other specialties you expect from Complete Care. Level up your health with us. The Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
So welcome back to the fourth quarter at Coach's Corner. I'm Tony Trongone with head coach Bert Ayala, with Coach Core, we have Octavian Spence, and then also our quarterback Robbie O'Connor. So George, there's a bunch of literature I have here. I found a scouting report, so we can go over that scouting report that we've had from NJ.com, a little visual, and it goes like this. It says that they are the returning Central Jersey Group 4 champs, and they have a lot of people back, returning 8 starters on offense, 7 on defense, and they have a all-state wide receiver commit, Cam Miller, coach, and then they have a quarterback, sophomore Jalen Parker, and they have another one, Marcus Upton. I think Marcus was from Timber Creek.
Yeah, he transferred over. This is his senior year from Timber Creek. Yep. Karam Bookings is not on the team for whatever the reason. He hasn't been on film. I don't know why. I don't know what's up, but he hasn't been there.
And it says here, look for a rugged, aggressive defense. And the thing is, I did watching them play St. Augustine. They were pretty tough on defense. They run 4 down linemen.
But they're like a kind of like a 4-3, like even like a match zone, like a cover 4 look for them.
Okay, easy. And then they have a middle linebacker that's a sophomore, Osar Hurd.
Yeah.
Again, he's comes highly rated.
Yeah, listen, he's a good player. He's going to be really good. He'll be probably by the end of this year, I think he'll be one of the top linebackers in the state. Listen, they got athletes. We have athletes. They have athletes. It's set up, for a good game. We're going to see them twice, so it's inevitable. We're going to see them again at some point, unless somebody slips up somewhere. So, but yeah, I mean, that's just some of the athletes they have, because they have others. They got other young athletes too. So,
yeah. Okay, so we're going to go with the last 5 games for each team. And you can see that Winslow beat St. Augustine 21-7 last week. Beat Williamstown 42-0. Williamstown fell off, apparently, right?
This ain't the same Williamstown.
And then they beat Highland 53-14. And then Montclair at the Battle of the Beach was 21-0. A little skirmish there. I got there and it was like a little.
Yeah, they had I guess there was some kind of fight. I know 2 kids got ejected from the game.
I mean, we were getting warmed up, so because we were the game right after them, so we kind of didn't get any visuals on that. We were kind of in the middle of pregame, making our way into the locker room to get ready to get out for the game.
They got to walk a fine line, because I mean it would be.
If you get 2, you're disqualified from the playoffs.
One more.
Yeah, so it's 2 total.
They got 2 right. No, they got 2 right now. In that game, 3.
Oh, 3 puts you over the limit?
And any level of the program. So I don't want to see that happen to them. I want to see. Yeah, I don't want to. And listen, things happen, heated moment. But I'm sure this coaching staff got them right back into where they were supposed to be.
Good. And then last year they lost to Mainland 41-7. And then we'll look at our history. I think I've got 2 past games that we played head to head, George. You can see that in 18 we beat them 44-28. And then
that was for a regional too.
Yeah, and then 2021 was the regional, right? We won 45-35 at Rutgers.
Oh yeah.
That was up at Rutgers. Yeah,
yep, at Rutgers. Yep, that was right before the year they made the state championship.
So that was as far as we could go then. And they broke it up in groups.
They had a great year that year too.
And so a little scouting report, but then look at their rushing. They have there's one that's rushing. They have one guy, Ali, who's supposedly tough runner.
He's a good player. I think he has a brother up at Boston too, or something like that, or Boston College. Yeah, so families.
And then Roman Duckett, I don't have their numbers, but he's got 255 yards. He's leading the team in rushing. So like you said, like they have these marquee guys, but yet a guy like Duckett's leading the team in rushing.
Yeah.
And then we go to receiving, and you can see that who's leading it. It's Hilton.
Hilton, Nigeria Hilton, yeah.
Nigeria Hilton's leading it.
That's what I said. So you didn't even have his name in there. You didn't have Nakeem Powell's name in there. Listen, they got athletes. But
they're the guys that are scoring touchdowns.
Yeah.
So and then on passing they have Jalen Parker, who's a sophomore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The one thing I picked up on it, he's got 4 picks already.
Yeah. He had some couple interceptions. I mean, he's young too. He's a sophomore. I know he's played last year and saw some time, but then wound up having to split the time with the quarterback that they had there which was
Ruffin.
Ruffin, yeah, Ruffin, who is not there anymore. But I think Parker did get hurt too, so that kind of shut down there. But so he's young, so I mean sophomore years are always rough for everybody. So he's going through that little sophomore moment, but he's still a good quarterback, very strong arm, and he can let it go. So
Yeah, he can make every throw. He can make every
He
throw.
keeps it too. I saw him. He'll tuck and run.
he's a good athlete.
He's a good athlete. He can make you miss, and he has a very good pocket awareness with, some of those quarterbacks that aren't that fast back, like a Peyton Manning or even like a Tom Brady. They can make you miss though in the pocket. Obviously a little bit more athletic than those two, but again, make you miss. And then the bright spot about him is he keeps his eyes downfield and he gets the ball into his playmaker's hands. Exactly what any good quarterback should do.
So we'll keep on talking about that, and we'll go with you, Coach Core. The defense. What are you looking for offensively?
I mean, listen.
From Winslow.
Yeah, we have to do a good job of containing their athletes, and just like I'm sure they're in their film study talking about making sure they can control Brooks and kind of keep him in contain. It's the same kind of concept. You'll see if you watch a little bit of the games that they've had this year. They're very similar to us with big plays. They make big plays, big splash plays, and kind of go back to my big friend Uncle Mo. Right, Uncle Mo switches quick when you have big plays, splash plays. So you really want to do your best job to kind of take those away as best as possible and tackle. If you go back and look at the prep game, okay, a couple guys make plays, and their coaches do a great job of getting one-on-one matchups for the matchup they like, and they try to exploit them as best as possible. And like we just talked about with the Parker kid, they gets them the ball and allows the athletes to be athletes and go make plays. So we have to do a really good job of rallying to the ball, running to the ball. I talk to my guys all the time about that. We preach it during, all week, from the screens to the deep balls to anything. It doesn't matter. You have good energy, you run to the ball, you fly around, good things happen. The ball tends to find you. And as you've seen, like I talked about from the turnovers, it's preached. It's preached Monday through Thursday that we go over these things, from turnover circuits to turnover drills to running to the ball to just, putting it out there on the line. If you're tired, we'll get you out. We'll sub somebody in. We'll go both ways. Some of our guys do go both ways, and I feel that we do a pretty good job at really trying to manage their time as much as possible so that we can be, I need 11 dogs. I just need 11 dogs to run around and play within the scheme of what we do. And if I can get 11 guys to buy in and play as one, do your 111 like we like to say, we can be unstoppable.
Great. Octavia, anything to follow up on that? You're on the defensive side. You're going to be looking at the Winslow offense?
I just want to go out there and play a great game, play my game. That's all.
All right, good. And then I'm going to go to Robbie then. I'll close it out with you, Coach. So, Robbie, how about you as far as their defense?
They're a good defense. They're really athletic. Not just their secondary, but their D-line, their D-ends are really athletic. They're a good group of guys. Our linebackers are tough. They hit. We're ready.
Okay. Coach?
Yeah, I mean, listen, they got a good defense. They got a good offense. We know who they are. I'm sure they know who we are. Game's going to be won in the trenches. We're going to have to block. We're going to have to get after the quarterback, limit him from making the plays with his feet. But at the end of the day, we got to go out there and win in all three phases, play the game, and I think if we execute at our level, and remember this is in our field, and it's on Broad Street at night, and we know what it is at night on Broad Street. It's scary at night, So we've been in this big moment, and we've been on these big stages, so our guys are ready for this, and we understand what it is. But like I said, we're going to see them again. So we just got to go out there, continue to compete, play hard, play our brand of football, and I think that'll lead us to success.
All right, so the game is tomorrow night, Friday?
Friday night, 6 o'clock. Buy your tickets online. I would get there early because this is the game of the week for multiple media outlets. So you're going to get people from all over coming that may not even have allegiance to either side. That just want to see a good high school football game.
Yeah, I was watching, I guess, that Mark Tribal.
Yeah.
I forget
Tribble,
what it's called.
Mark
Tribble?
Yeah, he has his little
And
show. Yeah.
the one guy that's in the background, he's like, I'm not picking any side. He's known these kids since they were little. Because a lot of people follow the junior circuit of it, so they just want to see a good game. So that's really cool to see that they have that type of spirit to say, just want to see a good game.
And that's what it is. I mean, they know what it is. They know what it means. So to see good high school football always makes everybody happy. So
Yeah. And also, we're going to have a visitor there tomorrow night from NFL Films.
Yeah. I think NFL Films is supposed to be there just to capture some moments of the game and capture just individuals in that moment. So
I hear they're going to have like a sound system there, like to pick up the sound, right?
yeah. I think they just know what the game is too. And like I said, you have high-profile athletes on the field from both sides. So I think they're just trying to capture the moment to file away, because some of these athletes on both sides of the field, they're going to have the opportunity to play at the next level after college. So, to have that footage and bring it up later, there's value to it.
And last, the whole you got mossed. So we knew that was happening, but they actually sent a pair of gloves and a nice shiny box.
Oh yeah. So Randy Moss for the top candidate, they send signed Randy Moss gloves to the person, and Lazier was the fortunate candidate to win that opportunity. And we took a video of him opening up the box and putting the gloves on, and then they aired it on that Sunday night. Was it Sunday night or Sunday morning?
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning before the game started. So it's just a great opportunity for our city, for him, just to bring exposure to us and South Jersey in general.
Awesome. So again, tomorrow night, 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Get there early. Anything else, Coach?
No, go Bolts.
Oh, you got it in there. I'm superstitious, so you heard it here from the head coach. I'm Tony Trongone, Coach Ayala, Coach Core, Octavian Spence, and Robbie O'Connor. I'll see you next week on Coach's Corner. I only get one go Bolts. Good job, guys.
This has been a
Took
QBC
it.
television production in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22 and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.